Hi, once again, welcome to my channel, and this is part 3 of a 3-part series of the home buying process. Okay, so we've discussed what to do before you call a realtor. We've discussed what the home buying process is, and I'm just going to give you some tips on what to do in certain scenarios. My first tip is please hire a realtor. Even if it's not me, I would definitely appreciate it and thank you if you do choose me to be a realtor. But please hire a realtor to represent you. Why? A lot of people, what they do is they look up at Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, and they see who the listing agent is. And they say, okay, I'm gonna call the agent to go and view the house. This makes sense, right? But they're representing the seller. Their loyalty at the end of the day is for the seller. This is not going to help you when it comes to negotiating different terms, because at the end of the day, their loyalty and everything is going to be for the seller. They're going to be, their best interest is going to be valued more than yours. Now, if you have your own agent, we are going to fight for you. We're going to negotiate for you. And the best part out of everything is that we're free. Why? This is because the seller is the one paying the commissions for both, for the buyer agent and for the seller's agent. So at the end of the day, it's free for you. You don't have to worry about paying us. I'm working for you for free, and my loyalty and everything is for you. Like that's a win-win right there. So just make sure that if you don't follow any of the other tips, please get a buyer's agent to represent you. My second tip is take advantage of the super low interest rate right now. This is it's literally record low interest rate. It's not going to last for long. I know a lot of people are still waiting for it to get lower. It's probably not going to get lower. What we see and what we forecast is for it to get higher by the end of this year or next year. Why? Because it's already been low so long that it just makes sense that it's not going to last that long. Another thing is that a lot of people are putting their house for sale. They're moving to different states. Whatever the situation is, they're putting a lot of homes for sale. And when is the time to put houses for sale? It's in the spring and summer, because that's when people want to go house hunting and they want to go and see properties and attend open houses. So this is the time right now. Don't wait any longer to go and start looking for a house. This is the right time to do it. My next tip, and as a realtor, I will give you this advice if I'm working with you, is don't max out your budget. Always stay under budget. If you're approved for $800,000, don't spend $800,000. Stay lower than that. Why? Because this market right now is a multiple offer market. You always want to stay under budget to have that buffer so that if they do counter, you have some space to play with. You have some wiggle room. So if you go and make an offer for $750 and they come back at $775, you know you can still afford it. That if you're looking for houses that are $800,000 and or $850,000, and you want to make an offer for $800,000, but somebody else came and made an offer for $825, there is no wiggle room. There is no way that, unless you have money in cash to put towards that, then okay. But it just doesn't make sense to max out your budget right away. It's always better to stay under budget, and we have that wiggle room and that space to play with. Okay, the next one might seem a little weird to you, but don't look at too many houses. Of course, now it's time to you get a pre-approved. You start looking at houses and you want to see everything. You want to see what's out there and just go crazy looking at houses. Don't do that. This burns you out. This, at some point, you're going to be like, okay, you know what? I'm tired of looking at houses. I don't even care anymore. I don't want to move. It's happened before. This is why I tell you to create and narrow a list of must-haves. We're going to be looking at, if I send you 10 listings, the best way to do it is, okay, we're going to narrow it down to 5 listings. You go and you look at it on your own. You want to go look at the neighborhood. You want to go and, research the area. Do your research. That for sure. Do your research for the houses that I sent you. We're going to narrow it down, and we're going to look at, you're going to pick, let's say, the top 5. And then from there, we're going to go and look at 3. You see, that's how we have to work, so that you're not looking at 10,000 houses, and at some point you're like, wait, which was the house that, that had the nice backyard, or which is the house that had the drive? I have no idea. Why? Because you looked at so many that now you're like overwhelmed. You're like, you know what, I'm over it. So narrow it down. Spend a lot of time online looking at houses and properties online. They give you every detail, everything that you need to know there, and it's just a smarter way to do it. My next tip is, when it's time to make an offer, make a strong offer. Don't try to get a good deal by offering 100,000 less. They're not going to take you seriously right now. And that's why it's good working with a realtor. I will research and I will see if the value is correct, if what they're putting the house for is the correct price. Don't worry about it. We'll walk you through everything. We'll stand by your side. Like I said, my loyalty is to you as a buyer. So don't worry about, oh, I'm going to be overpaying. That's not going to happen. The bank is not going to let you do that. When the appraisal comes in, I'm not going to let you do that by using comparables to see what the actual value is for that house. So you're going to be safe with us. So don't worry about doing that. Have the pre-approval done, make a strong offer, and you get the house. Okay, and my last tip, which wasn't on my list, but my last tip is, don't focus too much on getting your dream home. Now, when I was little, I used to think about, okay, I want a house to have, I don't know, maybe be at the beach, or I like the mountains better. But, like I want to be in a mansion. I want to have 10 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms. I want to have a big backyard. That is not always the case or that is rarely the case when you're buying your first home. Now, chances are you're going to buy another home later on in your life. Right now, think of what a good investment is, especially buying here in New York. You have to think about how homes appreciate in value, how homes are a good investment, more than finding your dream home that, like let's say it doesn't have walk-in closets, so you're going to pass on that one, but it's a good deal because it has a driveway and everybody wants a driveway right now. Like, be flexible, be specific and narrow down your options, but always be flexible. Always have an open mind, and always think that at the end of the day, you're buying a home. You're having that American dream already of owning property. Don't think about the rest right now. Don't think about, oh no, but in the future I want to have 10 kids, so I need 10 bedrooms. Like, no, think about having that home right now and having it for 3 to 5 years, and how much is going to appreciate in value. That's what we need to think about when buying your first home. This is the end for the 3-part series of home buying process. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a lot. And if you have any questions, once again, put them down in the comments below and I'll definitely answer them. If you want to contact me and you want to hire me as your realtor, then I'm here for you whenever you need me, and appreciate you guys and love you guys for following my channel. Thank you again, and see you next time. Bye-bye.